everyone, it's Helen here from Bodywork-Pilates. And I just want to run through a move with you that you'll see a lot in our classes. It's a great move to work on shoulder stability, a little bit of balance, some wrist strength, and some strength through the back line of the body, particularly through the glutes. And we call it table. But it's one of those movements that when you do it very often, sometimes you can get a little bit complacent about it. So I just want to spend a moment or two just breaking it down and really working on the little nuances of it. So you'll need to come to the hands and the knees. Do pad underneath your knees and protect your wrists if you need to. As always, we open up the palms and we place the instep of the thumb and the first finger down to prevent us from rolling onto the outside edge of the wrist, because that's just pressure into the wrong side of the wrist. The shoulders are wide and drawn away from the ears, the crown of the head reaches forward, the tail reaches away, and we just find that natural openness through the length of the body, but also the width of the body as well. So remember, we don't want to draw the shoulder blades harshly down. There's a point at which they rest naturally, and that's where you want them to be. Push firmly away from the floor through both the arms and the legs without pushing out between the shoulder blades. And as you open up the front spaces of the body, as you would in standing or as you would in lying, you may feel a natural inclination to slightly draw those abdominals in, perhaps a corresponding lift of pelvic floor. Imagine a line drawn from the top of your mat right down between the legs to the bottom of the mat. And you want to avoid moving side to side from that. So try to stay as stable as possible. On the outward breath, just slide away, arm and opposite leg, stay in contact with the floor and just move to natural reach and then slide it back. And then change sides, sliding away arm and opposite leg to natural reach and then bring it back. And what I mean by natural reach is not trying to overdo it, where you're going to pull the shoulder and drop it or twist the hips. It's not about how far you can go. It's about keeping the body still but not rigid, maintaining that balance, sliding away, finding the natural length of arm and leg, and then bringing it back. So this is a great place to start. And this is a great place to then add from. So we slide away to natural reach, then we float up, no higher than parallel to the floor, a long leg, long arm, touch back down to natural reach, and then bring it back in. We slide away, arm and opposite leg to natural reach. We float up, engaging the muscles at the back of the shoulder and through the glutes. We keep the pelvis level and still. We just work smoothly with the breath, but you can see that because I'm just going to my natural reach, I'm not tipping, tilting or twisting the body to perform the full movement. So as you get a little bit more used to Pilates, if you're newer to it, try not to get complacent with those moves that you might do a lot. Then bring it back to center. The reason we do movements like that a lot is because they're so effective. They have so many benefits, as I say, strengthened workload into the wrists, work around the shoulder girdle, little bit of balance, work into the back line of the body, that diagonal workload through the back line. So we do them a lot because they're good at what they do. Don't get too blasé about them. Slow them down, work with the breath, really think about what you're doing, why you're doing, and what the outcome of the movement is. Let me know what you think. If you've got any questions, give me a shout. Speak to you soon.